The following portion of Daytime is sponsored by
Tomorrow we'll be live from Mountain States Health Alliance's new hospital, Franklin Woods. Franklin Woods patients will be able to use the television in their rooms to entertain, educate, and empower themselves all through the Get Well Network. Get Well Network founder and CEO Michael O'Neill joins us now. Good morning, Michael.
Good morning. How are you?
Oh, I'm great. Hey, this sounds like a great thing, but explain what the Get Well Network really is.
Well, I tell you, I about 10 years ago had a personal cancer experience, and while I'm one of these folks who had a terrific medical result, my experience as a patient was less than terrific, and so we have spent the last 10 years working with leaders like the folks at Franklin Woods to really empower patients around the bedside using their television to be more involved in their care.
Well, what role does the product have in patient care at Franklin Woods?
So literally through the patient's television in their room, they'll be able to be entertained, they'll be able to be educated about their conditions and procedures and medications, and they'll really be heavily engaged in their care interactively. So they'll be able to communicate with everybody from their family and friends from the bedside to even their physicians and their nurses. And so they're able to really play an active role in their care throughout their entire hospital stay.
So how will the nurses interact with this?
You know, the system actually is tied directly into all the tools and all the systems that the nurses and doctors actually use, so that, for example, when a nurse orders a CT scan for a patient, that patient can be automatically alerted through the television that they're going to have that test done, and can then really be educated on that test, so they can really be informed and understand what that test is all about, and they can even ask questions of that nurse right from their bedside.
Well, there's also a fun and entertainment aspect to this Get Well Network. What are they?
There is. In fact, you know, we really believe at Get Well Network there's a huge part of the healing process is to be relaxed and sometimes entertained and sometimes to laugh. And so through Get Well Network, patients will also have access to movies on demand, and they'll have access to tons and tons of video games, and they'll have access to the internet, and they can post messages on their Facebook for their friends to stay in touch with them as well, and send emails. And so lots of things that patients can do to stay connected to the outside world and to be entertained while they're actually in the hospital also.
Well, it sounds like the only danger is people are going to look forward to getting sick so they can play with this thing.
Well, I would tell you, having been a patient myself, spending way too much time in hospitals about 10 years ago, and also being a parent of some young patients, we certainly know that people will still certainly want to go home. But I will tell you, being involved in your care experience, being informed, being engaged, being empowered in the experience, not only makes the health care feel better, but actually the care gets better, and we will see, we believe, reduced length of stays, ironically enough, and people coming back less because they'll be more empowered as patients to be healthier, and that's really the important thing at the end of the day.
Well, folks, we'll be able to get to see this a little bit tomorrow when we're actually at the hospital, but for some who may not be there, is there a place they can check it out and just read about it?
Sure, they sure can. You know, they can go to our website, which is getwellnetwork.com, and see all kinds of videos and examples of children and seniors and adults and new moms using Get Well Network to make their hospital stay better. And I will say it's been a we are on the kind of lookout all the time at Get Well Network for hospital leaders who are really taking this notion of patient and family-centered care and taking it off of a mission statement poster, really putting it into the care. And I would tell you that everybody from David Nicely, the CEO of Franklin Woods, to the whole team there, they have been terrific to really work with us to really create a very unique care experience at the new Franklin Woods Hospital. So we're really thrilled and honored to be partners with them.
Well, Michael, on behalf of patients everywhere, God bless you. Thanks for coming up with this great idea. Look forward to seeing it. And thanks for being with us.
Hey, not at all. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
The preceding portion of Daytime was sponsored by